Dun, 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 dun. Is my audio? I don't think my audio is working. Is my audio working? Let's see. Is it working? Give me a thumbs up if you could hear me out there in the YouTube universe. Anybody? Anybody got me? Anybody at all? We're good? We're good? We're good? All right. All right. What's good? Welcome. Well, I feel like it's Monday morning, but it's actually Tuesday morning. It's so weird. So weird to start the week off on a Tuesday. You know, you just feel a little bit different. Getting started a little early this morning. We're gonna talk a little bit about what's kind of going on in the overall markets today. Real quickly here, news coming out this morning that Nicola and General Motors. Nicola up 33% after announcing a strategic partnership with GM, taking an 11% stake in the company, a $2 billion. GM investing $2 billion in Nicola, and they're gonna help Nicola produce their new truck. That's big news. Obviously, GM's been around for a long time. They got the manufacturing, they got the facilities to build stuff, and also, Tesla taking a big hit as well this morning. Tesla down 15% currently. They said on Friday that they completed the $5 billion in common stock sale on Friday, and also news coming out Friday that Standard & Poor's will not be adding. Wait, what? Now is my audio not working now? Oh gosh. Audio's good. Audio's good. Okay. Sorry. I changed some settings around. You can see you got a little bit different background today. So Tesla down big in the news. A lot of the bulls were super excited about Tesla being added. Everybody wanted Tesla to be added to the S&P 500 index. Well, news came out that that's not happening. So not good at all. Also, overall on the broader tech market, we've got Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Facebook all taking hits as well after the big push. And today also Boeing. Wall Street Journal reported that the Federal Aviation Administration, the FAA, is reviewing quality control lapses at the airplane maker that could stretch back almost a decade. That's not good news. That's not good news for Boeing. Almost a decade of bad news. Also, Starbucks saying that it will add a plant-based food and beverages across Asia from September as it targets more environmentally conscious diners. And a couple other things moving around. AstraZeneca with some news with their COVID vaccine most likely will be available in the first few months of 2021. And also Peloton with news as well, saying that they've got some new products, and Wells Fargo being taking a hit today at Berkshire Hathaway sold its stake, or cut its stake to only 3.3%. So that's the news. That's the market report. Let's get into the hot action this morning. Look at the gappers here. We've got a couple stocks moving around now. We've got LUB. We've got KMDA. We got MICT, SRAX. Couple stocks moving around. Not a ton of volume. If you look at the volume there, that's what we're looking at, right? The volume just isn't looking too hot right now. So kind of slow morning to start here. It's first official day of the week. Futures going crazy as well. So crazy stuff going on. Crazy stuff going on, my friends. You gotta love it. So let's take a look. I already made a trade this morning. I wonder, can you guys guess what stock I traded today? Let me see. Let's see how smart you guys are. Let's think about it. Think about what stock. What do you think? What stock did I trade? Nah, definitely not Lub. Come on now. Not Lub. Lub would just be too typical. All right, a couple people got it right. So this morning, got a nice little trade on NKLA. I'll show you guys the trade here. NKLA for a while this morning, it was I'm actually amazed on how much it did end up squeezing up. It's hard to show you guys now, but earlier it was madness for a while. Like the buyers just kept stepping in and stepping in and stepping in. You can see these candles here. It was green, 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 and it just did not want to pull back. We got a little bit of a pullback here. As you can see, it pulled back to the $51 area. Was looking to see, kind of buying that dip on that pullback, looking for a push up there to the $54, but just didn't get the squeeze that I was looking for there. And ended up making $180 here on NKLA so far today. Pretty happy with that. Just trading with 100 shares. Not bad. I'll take that any day. 100 shares, you know, small risk. Easy, kind of just buy the dip, sell the rip kind of thing. And you can see, look at this. I ended up getting long there at 46.03 and taking profit there at 46.34. And look at this move. It went from 46 all the way up there to $54. So pretty insane. Because imagine, even with the 100 shares, even with only 100 shares buying and selling this, going from 46 to 54, you're killing it. So hopefully you guys got some action this morning on NKLA. You can see the news. The news came out there at 7:30 that GM had made that big stake, and they're now currently strategic partners with Nicola. So that's big news. Big news, baby. What else is popping off today? What else is good? I feel like this camera's like I'm kind of like going off the screen over here. Oh, we got another crazy stock this morning. Look at this thing, CRBP. CRBP this morning. If you can see on the 5-minute chart, look at that drop. Ooh, you gotta love it. You know, you just gotta love it. That's all you can really say at that point. Wow. Wow. From $10 this morning on CRBP down there to $2. It's down 75%. Down 75%. I think the news this morning on the stock was I think one of their trials or something got crushed. I'll show you. Yeah. So they announced their results for their phase 3 study of one of their drugs. But it said they announced top line results, but I'm guessing that there must have been some type of bad news with those results. So there we go. That's how it goes, baby. That's the stock market for you. You know, that's how the stock market works. You buy high and you sell low. Come on, let's go. You know, what's good? Oh, a friend of mine, kind of an acquaintance. This kid bought a bunch of Tesla. He bought like $50,000 worth of Tesla, and he bought it. He would have bought it, kind of, I think, where did he buy it? Yeah, he bought it like right around this area before the split, and I think he bought it like $1,900 before the split. It went to $2,400. He was up pretty nice and kept holding, and finally ended up selling for break even at this point. So, kind of just. I don't want to say that's just the typical amateur move, but you gotta kind of laugh at it. That's just kind of how it goes sometimes. That's how it goes. Look at it right now. Tesla down 15%. I made a video yesterday talking about. It's funny because exactly what I talked about yesterday about Tesla, when I talked about Tesla being overvalued and competition coming, today it's like. It's almost like I saw the future, you know? Sometimes I just feel like I got a magic ball sometimes, right? It's not, I don't always see the future correctly, but, you know, sometimes I see the future, right? I see the future, and I think I saw the future there on that move with Tesla. Because I talked about in the video, the thing about Tesla is at some point, the bigger car manufacturers are just going to come into the electric vehicle space and just kind of, you know, start throwing around money. Start throwing around that money. And that's exactly what GM did. They put $2 billion into NKLA. And let's be honest, the NKLA, the Nicola truck looks a lot better than the Tesla truck. You know, if I had two choices, if I had to buy a Tesla Cyber Defender truck or if I was going to buy the Badger, I'm buying the Badger all day. Let's be honest about that, you know. And I don't think there's many other people who would disagree with me. Would you disagree with me? Would you guys disagree with me? What were you describing? Was I ever an amateur? Oh yeah. When I first started trading, my strategy when I first started investing in the stock market was just basically buying any stock that was green on the day, right? That's a strategy, kind of, maybe. Is that a strategy? I think it's a strategy. But I was just, yeah, it was really, really bad. I would just buy stocks that were green. There's not actual truck, though. What does that mean? There's not actual truck? There is actual truck. I don't know. Before, the problem with NKLA before the whole GM deal was people were worried if NKLA could figure out how to make it happen and get it done with that new truck. But now with GM stepping in, I definitely see, I see a huge opportunity, especially with that move there. Is SoftBank? I guess, does SoftBank not trade in the U.S.? Huh. All right. You can see here on the Gapper list this morning what we got popping off. Looking kind of slow right now. We'll go through the list and see those top Gapper stocks this morning. If you're just now tuning in, do me a big favor and hit that like button. It really helps me help you, kind of thing. The more likes, the more action, baby. The more likes, the more action. That's what I'm talking about. Right? 99 cents. Bring it in the bet. 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 What's good? All right, let's go through the list here. We've got LUB on top of the Gapper list currently this morning. LUB up there to $1.90 this morning. The float on LUB is 18 million shares, and the news on LUB, Lubbies, full-service restaurants adopts a plan of liquidation and dissolution. So I guess they're going to start liquidating the business and start dissolving the business. So the stock is now up 54%. Okay, it's got 18 million shares in the float. So there's some news there on LUB this morning. They're going to start doing it. Nokia or Virgin Galactic. We'll get to that in a minute. I got to look at those charts. Let's keep going through here. MICT also on the Gapper list this morning. MICT up big. Pre-market ran all the way up there at 4:30 in the morning, up to $11. I love seeing, you guys can't even see it. That's how, but if you look on the chart, MIC all the way up there to $11 pre-market. It got, I don't even know what I say. It got hammered, but it just sold off back down there to 5. And right now, still below the VWAP and looking weak. Only 200,000 shares traded. So we need more volume there on MICT. We need more volume, baby. We need more volume. Turn up the volume. Turn it up. KMDA this morning, up there to the 1080 area. KMDA's got 24 million shares in the float. So not looking too hot right now. And volume still light there. Pretty much all these top movers this morning have no volume at all. 293,000. We don't even have, the only stock that we have with 1 million shares traded that is green this morning on the Gapper list would be LUB. And we already talked about LUB. So looks like everyone's kind of trading I guess maybe they're trading Nicola, they're trading Tesla, or they're trading Apple, or they're trading pretty much anything but what we're looking at. So might be something to think about. I like, I'm definitely keeping an eye on the SQQ today. SQQ is going to be the inverse of the QQ. So if the NASDAQ, if the tech stocks continue to sell off today, there might be some opportunities to scalp SQQ. Keep an eye on that one, I would say. Something definitely to keep an eye on. ALBO this morning also gapping up big. It's only got 681,000 shares traded up there to the $52 area, pulling back right now to the VWAP at the 48. So interesting stuff going on there. Gotta love it. Tesla down there to the 350 area. Yesterday, I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to say that I don't want to say I told anyone so, but I definitely put out a little caution yesterday. A little caution, like, hey, maybe there's too much. Maybe it went up too quick, too fast. And I'm all about I'm all about everyone getting rich. You know, I'm all about it. Let's all get rich. Let's all do that, you know, put money in the bank kind of thing. But at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, when Tesla goes from the $60 area up there to $500, obviously I know the split happened, but in general, to go from 60 to 500 during one of the worst economic crises ever in history that we were going through recently. And you gotta ask yourself at some point, when does the madness end? That's one thing too. You gotta remember, the madness always ends. It always ends. People think that these stocks are gonna keep going up and up forever, and it just doesn't work that way. It might look like it might seem like it, but at some point, my friends, it always comes back down. Gravity is too strong, right? Gravity is stronger than any force in the world. That's what you got to think about. Gravity is stronger than the bulls. It's stronger than the hype. It's stronger than the FOMO. And, well, that gravity it's going to come back down at some point. It's just going to come back down, right? Again, looking here at the gapper list, LUB, MICT, still pretty much everything we've already talked about. Again, keep a close eye on that volume. Look at the volume, right? I feel like a weatherman. You know how the weatherman's like, if you see here, oh wow, look at that. I can now point at it. It's kind of, I feel like a weatherman, weather lady. What do I think about Walmart? I don't know. Let's look at it. Let's look at Walmart. Walmart, the 140 area right now. I think Walmart's just kind of suffering because of the overall sell-off in the market recently. Looks like 130. That 130 area might be nice on Walmart if you're looking to buy the dip. I might look to buy the dip right at that 130 area. Maybe even if it dips even more, 120. But it looks like Walmart kind of isn't going to be taking as much of a hit if the market keeps continuing to sell off here. But I wouldn't be mad about that 130 area on Walmart. Yeah. Stocks take the stairs on the way up, and then they take the elevator, or they just jump out the window. Overstock. Overstock again getting hammered. Overstock's a really good example again of just FOMO, of hype. Check out Overstock from back in March, going from $3 up there to $130, selling off now back down to the $60 area. So, like I said, gravity, man. Gravity is too strong. These stocks just can't stay up in the air forever, right? They just can't stay in the stratosphere forever. That gravity is going to be pulling them down. It's going to be pulling it down always. How was the Gator? Gator was good. Actually, we took the Gator to the processor, and they're processing the meat and processing the hide right now. Skinning the Gator is a lot of work. It's a lot of work to do all that, so it's a lot easier to take it to a processor. If you look at a stock like Overstock, it's funny. If you look at a stock like Overstock, where would be your price target? Where would your price target be if you were shorting it? I mean, if I was shorting Overstock, and let's say I shorted at the 130 area, which I probably wouldn't have, and it's just not that easy to short the top. But I mean, if you look at the daily chart, you can't hate on the fact that we had the VWAP down there at the $45, $50 area. But if you look here, look at this little, do you see that? Can you guys see that gap in the chart? Wherever that line is, there's a gap. Basically, the low of this candle is 64.16. The high of this candle is 61.94. So a lot of people like the theory that stocks, the gaps always get filled. So that's a pretty major gap there. And it looks like right now we're filling that gap, which you can see on Friday, going from $74 down there to $61. And like I said, that gap right there, 61.94. So interesting that it definitely filled that gap there, but still looking like she wants to go lower with the overall market right now. We got a couple more gaps even further down there. I don't know if I'd say. I don't know if I'm going to put money on it that it's going to get that far down there, but hey, we'll see. We'll see. What are my overall thoughts on banks? I think banks really are going to be facing a lot of headwinds going forward. The traditional banking model is just kind of going out the window, especially with the new generation. A lot less people are using savings accounts. A lot less people need savings account. A lot of people don't even need a checking account, you know? People don't even need a checking account info. They got it all online now. They got apps. So that's obviously, it's like my bank. So my bank is a good example. My bank I've had, and the only reason I still have I don't even know why I have my bank, but I still have my bank. I have SunTrust. SunTrust just merged with BBT, right? BBT or BT or B&T or B&A or whatever. SunTrust, so if I need to send if I got to send a wire transfer, I either have to call the bank or I have to go to the branch. That's how old school my bank is. And I told them, like, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? I gotta go. I have to drive to the bank to do a wire transfer. It's just bad. It's just bad. These banks really got to step up their game if they want to compete in this day and age, because I think at some point the baby boomers, the old people, are going to start dying, and the only people left is pretty much my generation, right? At some point, all the old people are going to die, and it's going to be people like me who don't really need banks. So I don't know, something to think about. Let's look at futures. Let's look at futures really quickly here. See if we can pull it up. All right, futures this morning. I was looking for more of a pullback here. I like to see futures kind of get down to that low area of Friday's low down there, the 352 area. We'll kind of see what happens with the SPY here going into open. But I like to see futures get a little bit further down. Now, I wouldn't want to get short here just because I think we've already kind of took such a big hit so far today. You can see futures from the 3,447 area down there to 3,365. So pretty big drop so far today, and it's just been pretty much a landslide ever since. Pretty much ever since, just a big landslide. This is the 5-minute chart we're looking at right now. This is Optimist Flow is the platform. If you guys are looking for some action, you're looking to get into futures, definitely check it out. Just check them out. So, like I said, I'm going to kind of wait and see what happens with the market. If we can get a bounce here today, maybe get a nice little rally later on, but I don't think there's really any point in going and placing a trade right now until we kind of see a good setup. So, yeah, I'm leaning more towards the idea of a bounce coming today, just because I hate that pre-market we've sold off. We've, like, Apple's down almost 5% pre-market. So it kind of makes me think that there's going to be a bounce here, like the shorts that are kind of waiting for the market to open, they're going to try to jump in there and then bam, you get a massive squeeze going. I don't know. I guess the way I look at it, because a lot of times what happens pre-market, you get a big move pre-market sometimes, and you get the exact opposite happen at open. So you gotta kind of sit on the side of caution when we have these big drastic moves pre-market. Just kind of sit back and let them figure out which way they're going to go first. And kind of looking at the gapper list again. LUB, KMDA, and pretty much everything we've already talked about this morning. Not really doing much. LUB is a restaurant, Lubby's. I think they're in Texas. I think Lubby's in Texas, right? I think so, maybe. Lubby's. They are looking to start selling off the company, and that's why the stock price is up. Nicola this morning, NKLA with a beautiful move. If you guys were awake this morning at 7:30, going from $34 up there to $54 this morning. I got a couple trades on it, but I didn't even get close to capitalizing off of the overall move here. Look at this. My buy there at the 46.03 area, buying there at 46.03, taking a quick profit, and then it rallied up there to 54.37. Well, wow. 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 Dermot, hey Patrick, let's all short a stock today for the crack and see what happens. Each day we pick a stock to hammer. Should work. Well, now that we've already talked about it on the live stream, I guess we can't do it because we've pretty much already admitted to the crime before even doing the crime. So bloodbath and futures. You sell way too fast, Pat. I know. Story of my life, you know. Okay, I'm just too fast at it. What happens if you buy a trader cheaper before the market opens? It's over a couple dollars up already. I'm not 100% sure what what language that is, but we'll see. NIO this morning down 4%. BBI, I get it. I get it. BBI, let's look at it. Stop. You're yelling. Why are you yelling at me? Let's look at it. Brickell Biotech. Is this in Miami? It'd be funny if it was. Brickell Biotech to collaborate on COVID-19 DNA vaccine candidate. So a little bit of news, I guess. A little bit of news on this stock, BBI. It's up only 15%. It's got 1.5 million shares traded. It's currently under $1. And gator tail tastes like chicken, not baking soda. What? That's Rune says that he bought Tesla at 486, and now he's living in Spain without the S. Bought $8,000 worth of TQQ on Friday, somebody said. Yeah, I don't know if that was a good idea. At 140? Oh. Yeah, I don't know, buddy. I want to give you advice. Like I said, I think we're going to get some type of bounce. If we can hold that kind of level that we had, the lows on Friday here, if we can hold that 124 area on TQQ, we should get some type of bounce, right? There should be some type of bounce in theory, but yeah, I don't want to tell you what to do with your investment here, but yeah, I'm not sure I would have held pretty much anything over the weekend. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see what happens here. What else are we looking at? DLTH. What's DLTH? Duluth? Is that Duluth Trading? Yeah, Duluth Holdings. This morning it's up 4%. Nice. On 1,000 shares. Beautiful. Somebody's asked, what do I think about Duluth? Yes. I would say that Duluth is definitely getting overextended at this point. Up there to the 1257. But it's hard to, I don't know. Looking interesting here. Definitely looking similar to kind of this move, how it spiked up there. Pulled back. Maybe you get a pullback on Duluth back to the $9 area. Would make sense. Nokia, Virgin Galactic. Let's look at Virgin Galactic. I'm not a huge fan of Virgin Galactic. I'm not a huge fan of SPCE. They just got a lot of headwinds. You know, a lot of headwinds here, and especially especially in the world that we're living in right now, it seems that people care less about going into space and more about getting a vaccine for COVID. So you can see space SPC up there to 42.49 back there in February after all that hype. And it had an insane move going from $7 up there to 42, crashing all the way back down there to the $11 area. A little spike back up there. But right now, it looks like we're looking like $15, $14 area here on SPCE as support. Not sure I'd want to be a buyer pretty much anywhere at this point on space, just because, like I said, they got a lot of stuff going on there. Why is trading pre-market more risky? I don't know. Is trading pre-market more risky? Is it? I don't know. It really comes down to the volume. If the volume's there, if you got a lot of volume on a stock, pre-market really doesn't mean anything to me. I know you guys said liquidity, but it's not really liquidity as much if there's a lot of volume, like Apple. I mean, Apple's trading pretty much exactly how it would trade during market hours. I mean, you got 5.3 million shares traded so far pre-market. You know, there's probably a little less liquidity, but in general, when there's a lot of action, a lot of volume, then I'm not too worried about if it's pre-market or not. That's the thing to think about. Like LUB's got 3.5 million shares traded, and you can see kind of just bouncing around there. So something to think about. Patrick, are you shorting Love? No, I'm not shorting Love. Kevin, it's too early in the week for your bullshit. I'm not even addressing it. Just putting them in timeout. Kevin's never gonna learn. You know, some kids, you discipline them, you give them a few spankings, and they just never learn to just keep their little mouths shut. You know, they ain't got time for this, Kevin. You ain't got time for your bullshit. You know what? The thing is, Kevin loves it too. He loves it. He comes here just to get put in timeout. That's the problem. At this point, he's just loving it, the attention that he's getting. So we got to stop giving him the attention. We got to stop. No one, don't look at him. Nobody look at Kevin. Let him sit in the corner alone and don't talk to him. Whew. So yeah. What we got? We got a couple stocks moving around here pre-market, but like I said, volume looking light right now. Looking light. What did Kevin type? And what Kevin likes to do is he likes to make little comments, and they're like he's trying to be funny, but he's also trying to like make a jab because he thinks that he's funny, but he's not funny, and it's too early in the morning for that. You know, save that for like the 11 o'clock hour, not the 9 o'clock hour. It's too early. ALBO this morning, it's up 70% currently. This is a pharmaceutical preparation manufacturing company. And news came out this morning that phase 3 trial meets both primary endpoints for one of their drugs. So that's good news. And that's why the stock is up huge, which is funny because this stock is up 78% on news of hitting that phase 3 endpoint. And CRBP is down 73% because it did not have good news. So you can see the difference. You can see the difference here. You can see the difference. Did I eat the gator that I caught? I have not ate the gator yet. Like I said, we took the gator to the processor. That's going to process the meat and the hide. It's a lot of work to skin a gator and to get all the leather, I guess you could say, off of, or the skin. So let a professional do it. We didn't abuse it. One people think about gator, people don't know about gators, like their skin is very, very tough. Very tough. There's not much that you could do. Not much you could do to hurt a gator. What? VTX, VXR, VXRT. I didn't slap him. That wasn't me. Don't judge me by what somebody else did. I don't think he really slapped him. You talking about when it's like was touching his nose? I don't think that was really slapping, was it? Again, like I said, them gators, they ain't gonna get hurt by somebody touching them. You know, like they ain't gonna get hurt. How much to make a Gucci leather wallet? I don't know about Gucci, but maybe a I just tried to look at this VXRT this morning. I saw this one earlier. It went from 8 o'clock. It went from 565 up there to 670 and pulling back now below the VWAP. You can see it just kind of got stuck right there at the 630 area. So got stuck there at the 630, pulling back now into the 560s, and yeah, it's not looking too hot right now. What's going on with futures? You can see right now the MES kind of bouncing around that 365 area. Like I said, I like to just kind of wait and see what happens here at open. I got a feeling that we might have a little bounce today. Just kind of market trying to bounce at this point. Oh gosh, why is that? There's my background. What if I had like a picture of me naked on my background? That might be weird. Might be weird. Might be a little weird. Do I think Tesla will bounce off the 320 area? That's a good question. Not sure. Not 100% sure, my friends. Waiting for Tesla to hit 99 cents. 99 cents might be a bit low. 99 cents might be a bit low. We might aim for like $100, maybe like $50. Man, everything's getting crushed right now. Market red across the board. We got the SPY at the 337 right now. Looking at the daily chart here, we really kind of need to hold, I'd say 335 on the SPY. That's that kind of previous bounce area. We bounced at 334.87 there on Friday. So something to think about. That 335 area again, if we can get a bounce on the SPY, that'll be, I think, a pretty good area to bounce. Right now, we've just been selling off hard pre-market. We'll see what happens here once the market opens. Nvidia down 100 points from the high. I'd like to see Nvidia get down here to the 400s. If I was looking to buy Nvidia here, I'd like to see that $400 area. I think would be a much better place to buy. And then you got the VWAP down there after that, kind of lining up with that 340 support area. So everything, all the tech stocks kind of looking similar here, and in fashion, all just looking overextended, all looking like they want to continue to sell off here. Is love flying right now? LUB this morning. The news, I said earlier, the news on this thing, I don't really know what it means. They came out with the news this morning here on LUB that the board of directors approved a plan of liquidation and dissolution to be sought. I don't really know. That provides sale of the company's assets and distribution of net proceeds to the company's stockholders, after which the company will be dissolved. This follows Luby's June 3rd announcement that is seeking the sale of his assets. Approval of the plan by the stockholders is the next step in connection with these matters. So, yeah, I wonder how that works. I love that too, that it's like The plan of liquidation outlines that they're obviously the stock will be delisted from the New York Stock Exchange upon filing the certificate of dissolution, which is not expected to occur until earlier of the competition of the assets, say completion of assets or sales, or 3 years. So the stock's going to trade for 3 years before finally getting delisted there. Lubbies, LUB. You gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. What about Microsoft? I mean, really, you're just getting a lot of sell off in that tech space right now, in the Qs, in the Nasdaq. So, not a lot going on in the small cap world right now. If you look at the Gapper list here, we got LUB, KMDA, MIs. We've already looked at all of these stocks. But the big thing to focus on, really, all you got to look at is look over to the right. Look at the volume. What's the volume on those, right? Volume looking real bad. Real bad. Real bad. Hey, have you heard of Zoom? No, I've never heard of Zoom. What is that? What is Zoom? Never heard of it. Never heard of it. I think I'm just gonna. What are we thinking? Like, just gonna just get one contract short at the open and just write it down, baby. Why don't you trade live? I do trade live. Why don't you watch me when I trade live? That's the question. This morning, making a trade, a couple trades on NKLA. You can see my entries and exits there and all that. So, NKLA this morning up there to the $54 area, and pulling back to the 45 right now. So, currently, I'm green on the day. I'm up $180. The reason this happened this morning at 7:30, the news came out on NKLA, and yeah. So if the news would have came out at 8:30 when we were live on the live stream, well, then I would have traded it live. But yeah, ALBO. What about it? Look at ALBO. Look at it. Look at it. Would you just look at it? I'm looking at it. I don't really know what to tell you. Do you think, wondering if NKLA will move anymore on the GM news? The problem with NKLA today is if the overall market continues to sell, if we have a big red day in the tech market, the Nasdaq, all the big movers, that's obviously going to weigh on NKLA. I've already looked at it. Oh, I can't. What time frame do you trade on? Normally I'm trading on the 1 minute time frame for my entries and exits, and then I'm looking here. Yeah. Not sure I would. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. That's everyone that seems relaxed. I think it's one of those days. It's one of those days where you just kind of sit back and wait for the market to open. NKLA, I think at the end of the day, buying earlier this morning when the news came out, selling for that big rip was a lot better opportunity than trying to chase it now. We'll see what happens. Well, we'll just keep an eye on it. I'm kind of thinking that I wanna short, I want to short some futures. I want to short I want to get short the MES going into open. Part of me wants to do that, but then part of me says that we need a bounce at some point here today, right? Some people, I'd believe that maybe. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Again, same old. Nothing popping up on the gapper list. Trust me, if anything pops up that looks hot, I'm gonna talk about it. So that's don't you be afraid of that. Don't you be afraid of that. What was I going to look at? I was going to look at PIXY. PIXY, Pixie, this morning. PIXY had a little pop here. It's up 6%. See if there's any news here. We've got some news this morning that they announced a partnership with Washington Hospital Association. Let's see what does that mean? So basically, Pixie coming out with news that they are joining forces with the Washington Hospital Association. It's one of their largest and most significant partnerships to date. The stock is currently only up 4% with 100,000 shares traded. So the news might not be that good. We'll keep an eye on it just in case it starts moving later on. But right now, just kind of looking blah. And yeah, we need to see what goes on here. Meyer, I trade live on the stream when there's opportunity to trade. Okay? That's one thing I want to make clear. I don't do these live streams just to trade, right? I'm not just going live just to, I'm going to buy here and sell. That's just not what I'm going to do. There's no reason for me. There's no reason for me just to go live on YouTube just to sit around and trade anything that happens. I'm only going to trade if there's a good trade. Only, there's something good going on. If I got an opportunity to trade, then I'll make a trade. If there's no good trade, then I'm not going to do it, Just that's the way I live my life. That's the way I live my life here. We'll see what happens. I'm kind of just keeping an eye on NKLA. BTC going to hit 930 today. At 930, or is it going to hit? $9,300 on Bitcoin today. Is it already? I haven't even looked. Oh, is it trying to fill the gap? The CME gap. The CME gap. Everyone's been talking about the CME gap on Bitcoin for quite some time now. Ugh. What are we thinking? NKLA, can it get going again? Earlier, man, this thing was going nuts. Look at this candle here from 49 up there to 52.70 on a 1 minute candle. So some beautiful opportunities earlier today. But right now, kind of just slowing down. Volume looking weak right now. But we'll see what happens. We got about 15 minutes, 14 minutes here to the... what the hell's what's a view bot? I don't even know what's a view bot. Kevin, I swear to God, Kevin, I can't deal with your shit right now. I just can't do it. I'm going to can I put Kevin in like a 1 week timeout? I'm just putting him in a 1 week timeout. I don't have a view bot. If I had a view bot, why would my videos only get a couple thousand views? If I was to have a view bot, I'd be trying to get millions of views. Is ALBO going to tank down to the $40 area at open? I don't know. That seems like a pretty aggressive price target, but maybe, I don't know. Look at this thing right now. It's just kind of not doing much. The volume's still really light there. I just can't. Buy square on the dip. You know what I like to do? I like to go live on YouTube and I like to get advice on what stocks to buy in the comments section during the live stream. That's pretty much the only reason I go live on YouTube, because I'm looking for advice on what stocks to buy. That was my whole plan in the beginning. You know, I'm gonna go live on YouTube, get advice from people who are watching my live stream. No offense to you guys, but I don't know if I should be taking advice from anyone that's watching my live stream. Watch Ross. Uh-huh. All right, kind of just watching, like I said, futures right now, seeing what happens. Hey, it's not demeaning when I mean it with nothing but love, you know? I mean it with nothing but love. Just not sure. I don't really take advice from anyone on what stocks to buy or sell or anything, because yeah, I don't like to give advice either. A lot of people will ask me for advice on what stocks to buy, and I don't really do it. You know? It's no point. It's no point. No point in trying to be the guy who's gonna predict everything. It's just, you know, did I predict that Tesla was gonna crash down 15% today? I don't want to say that I called it, but I did make a video yesterday talking about Tesla being overvalued. You know? And I got a lot of hate for it. I actually got a lot of hate, which is funny because I got more. Look at this. I got more hate on the Tesla video than I did on the gator hunting video. So what does that mean? Like, if you look, all right, so this video got 12 dislikes, and this video got 29 dislikes. The Tesla bulls ain't happy. They ain't happy. There you go. Go and hit that dislike button. You know what's funny is there's 400 people watching, and there's only 100 likes on this video. Where are you guys at? Come on. Let's go. Tesla down there at 354 now. No. So yeah, LUB 185 area. A couple stocks moving around, but what does this guy got going on? This guy trying to come in here and spam the chat with some stock pick? All crazy. Hey. LUB above $1.90 right now. Like I said earlier, this stock, it's kind of a tricky one because the news is that they're going to be selling off their company and their assets, and then I guess giving that money to the shareholders. I don't really know how that works from a business standpoint. Look at this stock. LUB. Wow. It looks terrible. I'd be embarrassed. Like, if I was on the board of directors of a company that stock looked like this, I just quit, right? Like, I would just walk away and be like, guys, I didn't do a good job. You know, I did not do a good job with this company. I feel bad. I feel like I would just walk away at that point. You know, I give up. You know, I can't handle it anymore. I'm done. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's why I'm not on the board of directors of any major companies, because I would just walk away after their stock price looked like that. NKLA back above 47 now. The pre-market high up there at the 54s. Like I said earlier, I think NKLA just really needs an overall bounce in the broader market to continue this push higher. The SPY again down to that 356 area, or that 336 area, and that 334 was the low. 334.87 was the low on Friday. So thinking we're going to probably test that low one more time here today. Look at all that selling pressure right now. This morning, the SPY dropping from 344. I feel like something got burps. Like, ugh. Burping there, man. So, yeah, 335 support there on the SPY right now. We're looking for the broader overall market to get going there. We'll see. Let's go. Let's go. Tommy, let's go. Other than that, right now, everything is kind of just looking slow and weak, especially in the small cap market. Not really seeing anything that we're too excited about. I mean, if you want to get excited about LUB, you can maybe get excited about LUB. If LUB can break above $2, that $2 area resistance there, 199 resistance back there on the daily chart there. But it's up 86% right now, and I don't think the news is something that I could really get too excited about. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I did an interview. Actually, I did a pretty cool interview yesterday that I'll be posting up on Wednesday. I did an interview with the CEO of a gold mining company. Kind of cool, actually. It's like a 40-minute interview. I interviewed the guy. We talked about gold. We talked about mining, precious metals. Talked about mining in general. Talked about the dollar, inflation. Really kind of a cool insider look at the precious metals market. And it's crazy too, because the stock price of the company that I did the interview with the CEO, the stock went from like 40 cents up to $4 recently because they had a big discovery, a big silver discovery. And obviously, you know that silver made a big move recently. And that's what I don't like about LUB, because look at that. LUB broke above that $2 resistance. And look at it, only got up there to 202 and then pulled back. You know, it just doesn't have that power. You know, it doesn't have a huge catalyst behind it or just a lot of hype at this point. So I think LUB might be some opportunities, you know, to scalp it along the way. But just not seeing those explosions like we want, you know, not seeing those 10, 20 cent moves that give us the opportunity to really capitalize, you know, when trading these small cap stocks. Don't go chasing pennies, my friends. You know? Don't go chasing pennies. That's one of the biggest mistakes I think people make when trading, is they try to, like, if there's nothing moving right now, I guarantee there's people out there right now, you guys, somebody watching the live stream right now is buying LUB, and they're hoping and praying, right? They're hoping and praying this thing goes up. But yeah, I don't love it. I don't love it. Let's wait for an opportunity. Like NKLA this morning, the opportunity, when I was looking at it, I'm looking at the buyers, I'm like, oh my gosh, this thing, it can't go back down, right? Like, it was just going to the moon at that point. So that's what I want to see. I want to see stocks that just, when we look at them, when you see the setup, when you see the chart, when you see the level 2, you're like, oh, this thing, it just can't go. You know, like, it's going to the moon. Like, it's going to go. That's what I want to see. I want to get so excited. That I have to buy it, you know? And not a FOMO type way, but in a way that I'm just like, I'm confident that the stock is going to go higher. And there's nothing right now that I'm looking at that I'm like, the stock is going to go higher. Not one stock. I haven't looked at one stock this morning that I was like, it's going to go higher. Not one. Well, other than NKLA this morning. If you're just now tuning in, just to give you guys an update, I'm currently up $180. Only trading 100 shares here of NKLA. There's my P&L. The P&L. So going into market open, already green on the day. We'll see what happens. I got my Dunkin. So look how this is how smart I am. I always tell people like how smart I am, right? Like who would have thought about this? All right, so here's my Dunkin cup. Right, y'all got that Dunkin cup. Here's my Yeti cup. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. The Dunkin cup fits into the Yeti cup perfectly. And it stays cold all day. Literally all day. All day. It's wild. It's wild. It's wild like that, you know? Yeah, no, get long Yeti. I'm going to go buy some shares of Yeti right now because I'm a genius. Wait, that's the stock, right? Oh my gosh. I'm impressed that Yeti has. I mean, I've been sleeping on Yeti. I didn't even know. I haven't even looked at Yeti since I don't even know when the last time I looked at Yeti. But look at this stock back in March from $18 up there to $54. What in the hell? I guess everybody's buying coolers during the. Everyone's buying coolers during the pandemic. I guess the cooler market's booming right now, baby. That could work out. Maybe I could get Yeti. Check this out. I could get Yeti to sponsor me, and I could get Dunkin' Donuts to sponsor me. How's Dunkin' Donuts doing right now? What's that? DD? Is it DD? Or is it Dunkin'? Which one I forgot? It's Dunkin', right? Yeah, Dunkin'. Dunkin' popping off too from 38 up there to 76 recently. Here we go. Market is now open. Let's party. Look at this thing. The SPY. We're bouncing, baby. No, we're not bouncing. We're selling. Let's see what happens to the 335 here. See if we get a reversal there. Let's see. I'm looking for. I don't know. Gotta get a reversal here at some point. Futures 355. Put an order out there, 56. See if we can get a bounce off the 56, 55 area. There we go, a little bounce back up. Come on. I want a rip. I want a ripskis. Give me a ripskis, baby. I'm going to play with we'll play with the 5-handle stop here. Kind of see if we can get a bounce off the 50s. That first 1-minute candle of the day here. Futures trying to bounce off the 50s. See if we can get a sell up in the 60s here. Put an order out 61. Got filled there 61. So there we go. Look at it. There's the bounce. Up to the 62 now. Nice little pop. There we go. Everyone's like, he never trades live on YouTube. He never trades live. I did it. I traded live. I made some money. Money, money, money. NKLA up there to 47.40 right now. Going for that 48 break. Let's see if we can get it. Over 48 here again. Woo! Woo! There we go. What we got? What we got? What's popping? What's popping? Brand new whip. That's popping. What if I got demonetized because I sang that song on YouTube? Market bouncing here. The SQQ bouncing. So that our homie earlier bought TQQ at the 140 area on Friday. He's still got a long way to go. But like I said earlier, I don't want to say I always hate. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be the guy who's like, you know, hey, this is happening. And you can see right now Tesla trying to find some support there at the 350 area. Look at these candles, man. Look at these 1 minute candles. It's crazy because what you don't really think about is when you're looking at these candles, like that's what, millions and millions and millions, I guess billions of dollars, or yeah, just a lot of money. A lot of money, man. A lot of money. You got a what do we got? 1 million shares, 2 million shares on that first 1 minute candle, going from 356 down there to 350. I mean, that's how many that's, I guess that's $6 million worth of the stock, right? At that point, $6 million in 1 minute. $6 million in 1 minute. And you're thinking about Apple. Like if you look at Apple here, Apple's got 6 million shares traded, and that thing moving around, bouncing. That's $2. I mean, that's crazy. It's crazy stuff. It's a lot of money, my friends. A lot of money. NKLA having trouble. Like I said, that the big issue right now is the broader market. The overall market just can't get going. So NKLA, even with the news this morning, even with the news with GM, they just can't get going here. And the SPY, we gotta hold here. It looks like madness right now. Look at level 2. Look at this action right now. Oh my gosh. It looks like my computer's gonna explode. Are you guys trying to read my level 2 right now? I can't even read it. Oh my god. It's hurting my eyes just looking at it. NKLA having trouble. They're selling off down below the VWAP. Tesla going down 15% isn't a good thing, right? It's a good thing if you think that Tesla's going to go to $100, so you think you can buy it at $100. It's a very good thing. But we are looking like that 350 area on Tesla, trying to find some support here. What are the futures doing? Futures down there not being able to get going here. That 355 area's got to hold. We identified that, if you can see, that low on Friday. Can you guys see that? I think you can see it. That low on Friday. Oh my gosh, why is this thing like... There you go. Now we can see it. Well, God, that low on Friday there. Bouncing 350 area. Looking for an opportunity here at some point today. Back in the 360s. We've had this huge sell-off all morning in futures in the overall, broader market. That huge sell-off. So expecting some type of bounce at some point here, right? We got to get some type of bounce at some point. Right? There's got to be a bounce here at some point. In theory, it's got to be a bounce. I traded the MES this morning, micro E minis. I think I got about 7 handles. Ryan calling out the Russell alert. What? Getting an update in the middle of my live stream? Get out of here. SPY bouncing off at 335.50 area currently. Keeping an eye on what's popping off on the scanner right now. Looking slow across the board here. LUB, like I said, everybody got all excited. How many of you guys got excited about LUB this morning? How many? Do you guys remember how many people got excited about that stock this morning? A lot of them. And yeah. Dunzo, baby. Dunzo. Tesla trying to rip back here from the 350s now. It's some good volatility today. Some real good volatility. SQQ getting hammered from 26.50 this morning. This is the inverse of the QQQ. The QQQ. Trying to just go through, see what's popping off. Everything's kind of just dipping here at open. Will it crash like in March? I don't think it's going to crash like in March. March was just like the perfect scenario. VVPR is halted. It is halted. Someone said it's not halted. It is halted. Look at the spread right now. Are we going to reopen at 14? No. No way. Going to open above 12, though. The scary part about VVPR is the 293,000 shares, the volume there. Oh, look at that. Hey, it's your dad saying what's up. Oh, man. Hey, Dad. My dad's watching the live stream. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. NKLA just can't get going, man. Just can't get going. I was kind of worried about that with just all that selling pressure this morning. Keeping an eye on the scanner for you guys. Don't you worry. I'm trying to find what's hot, what's not. Looking just overall slow right now. I mean, the thing is I guess, at the end of the day, when you've got all this action in the large cap market, there's Tesla back to the 350s, testing that 350 support once again. If she can't hold 350, it's gonna be a bloodbath here. Just watch this thing just bleed out. Watch it. It's gonna look like a bloodbath. Look at that 350 buyer. Oh, just right through there. Just dropped $2, breaking through that 350 bloodbath. There's the bloodbath. Bring it on. Bleed it out, baby. Bleed it out. I'm thinking maybe SQQ over 2610 here could be something to think about. What do you guys think? I don't love it. I hate. Let's see. SQQ over 310, over 2610 now, up there at 2620. Well, there's 10 cents for anybody who wanted 10 cents. You just got it. I should have pulled the trigger there. Should have pulled the trigger, man. Oh, up 20 cents now. Should have pulled the trigger, Patrick. That was the one, man. Look at that. Bloodbath. Just bleeding out here. No stop. Like, there's just no stopping the bleeding right now. There's no stopping the bleeding. Just the bleeding is just bleeding. You got to let it bleed out. There's no point in trying to buy the dip at this point. Just let it bleed out. Oh my, look at it. She gone. The SPY losing that 335 support as well. We're down 2% on the SPY right now. Oh, man. It's one of those days. Look at SQQ. Wow. Oh, man, that's... Hopefully someone took a trade on SQQ today. That was the move. Look at that. From over 2610, got a 40-cent move up there to 26.55. Up there to 26.55 on SQQ on that sell-off. That should have been an easy trade there. I think at the end of the day, I mean, she gone. Everything getting gone. Getting gone right here. NIO getting murdered. It's murder across the board right now. Tesla, 330, 38. like I said, that the dip, it just never stops at this point. You can see the buyers keep trying to step in there at the whole dollars, and they just keep getting hammered. Every whole dollar, buyers are sitting there, but it just cannot find a buyer at this point. Just can't find it. Just can't find the dip-a-rooney. VVPR going through the roof. Wait, did it reopen? What did I put a 10-minute halt on this thing? All by myself. Don't wanna be all by myself. Don't wanna be. That's how I felt. That's how I felt on yesterday when I made a video about Tesla and everybody said that I was an idiot. I'm an idiot. Patrick's an idiot. He's an idiot to say that Tesla is going to go down in price. This guy's an idiot, right? Why is there... Everyone gets so offended, you know? Like if you say that, hey, this stock might be overpriced, like they get mad about it. They're like, oh, I'm so mad at you. But it's like, here's the thing. If you truly believe that Tesla is a good long-term hold, you think that Tesla is going to be a great opportunity, 10 years from now, whatever your game plan is for an investment, you should be totally fine with the stock that you own crashing. It's like with Bitcoin with me. If I see Bitcoin crashing, I get excited, right? I get excited. I'm getting excited, baby. I get excited. Give me some red. Give me the crash. Like, I'll take it all. I'll take Tesla at 100. I'll take Apple at 50. Give me it all. Give me that red. Why does everyone keep saying VVPR? It's not even reopened. How much further do I think Tesla's going to go? I'm thinking Tesla's going under $100 in the future. The fair value, like literally the fair value on Tesla's under $100 all day. Under 100. Do I think it's going to get there tomorrow? Do I think it's going to crash this week to $100? No. But I think long term, you just got to... The gravity, man. Gravity's stronger than any bear or bull, Yeah, but stocks only stay speculative stocks for so long. There's only so much dumb money to buy Tesla till it finally fails. And if your whole premise, your whole investment premise is buying a stock because you think that it's a hype, a speculation stock, if that's your whole premise, it might not be an overall good plan. And it's again, it's not that I'm trying to hate on Tesla, but you got to look at it. You got to look at a company. You look at a company like Toyota. Toyota knows what they're doing, and they can't even. They're not getting that type of hype. Getting some amazing volatility right now in the market. This is why a lot of the big players, a lot of the big traders right now are all just trading the big cap stocks, the large cap stocks. Because look at this. Like NKLA goes from 33 to 44 on that 1 minute candle. There's a lot of opportunities right now to trade these larger cap stocks. So I think that's why we're just not seeing any volume in the small cap world, because people just don't need to trade small caps right now because the larger caps are making some insane moves. It's just Wait, is VVPR still not getting unhalted? What the hell? It's been over 10 minutes. Not getting unhalted. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know what's going on with that stock. Look at the volume on Apple. 34 million shares traded today. 34 million shares traded on Apple so far today. Also got, I guess, KPSN getting halted or reopened, or what is it? KSPN. Look at this thing. KSPN only got 1,000 shares traded. It's up 35%, going from $10 now up there to $11.27. Look at the volume. 1,000 shares traded. That is not good. That is not good, my friends. Tesla 340 right now, trying to find some support. They need some support. They need some support. Somebody help Tesla out here. Where are the buyers at? Come on, help them out. Somebody step in there, man. Somebody step in. Help them Tesla people out. See, my question is now, here's my question. What do you guys think? Maybe you can give me some advice. Finally, I need some advice from you guys. Do I buy more cryptocurrency, or do I buy buy stocks? That's the issue that I'm facing right now, because Bitcoin's crashing down. We've got the overall market crashing down. So it's like, where's the better return? Where's the better return going to be a year from now? And I'm going to say that the return's going to be better in the cryptocurrency space. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe I'm wrong. But I think I think buying the dip on crypto is just a better opportunity than buying the dip on the stocks. Why not both? I mean, I could do both, but I think it's better to have a better kind of premise, right? A better overall idea. VVPR, look at that thing, reopened at the 1380 area. It might get halted on the downside here. Oh my gosh. Y'all ready for, look at this thing. Look at the volume. Volume finally coming, there's getting more volume on it. The powers that be will take gold and silver down with the stock market. Yeah, but I'd rather buy gold and silver than buy Apple or Tesla. I don't know. I think I'd rather at least hold on to something. I'd rather have something in my hand, material. I want to hold on to something. LUB, it's going to the moon, man. It's going to the moon. LUB from 170 to 190. I know someone's excited right now. NKLA is starting to look a little bit better. You're trying to get going again, but why was VVPR halted? VVPR was halted because of volatility, and you can see now it's just not going anywhere. So what do I think about the potential doubling of capital gains proposed by the presidential candidate? Well, luckily, the presidential candidate that you're talking about has a brain that is degrading by the second, and there's just no way in hell that Joe Biden's going to win the election in 2020. I'm just going to go ahead and put money on it. I'd put money on it, I'd put money on it, Maybe I shouldn't put money on it, but I put money on it that Biden's not going to win. There's no way. There's just no way, man. Oh, no. The stock market won't crash if Biden wins. The entire economy, the world will crash. Because you don't understand what the what the far left wants to do. They want to tax everyone to the point that nobody can be rich and everyone can be poor together. You know, that's their overall game plan. The Democrats at this point, they just want everyone living on welfare. You know, nobody being successful. Biden's not far left, but he's just a puppet at this point. He's got no brain, man. He can't talk. The guy can't have a conversation. We cannot be all rich together. Not everyone can be on YouTube streaming. If everybody had a YouTube channel and everybody was live on YouTube right now, who would watch me? You know? Who would watch me? That's the way I look at it, you know? Who would watch me? Who would watch me? Someone's got to sit at home and watch me on YouTube. You know, not everyone can be YouTube stars. Nah, man, that's awesome. The Democrats, they don't actually want to do anything. They just want to sit around and cry and complain and do exactly what they tell everyone else. You know, this whole generation of just everybody just cancel culture. Let's all be upset. Let's cancel Patrick because Patrick didn't post a black square on Instagram. Let's cancel Patrick because Patrick went gator hunting. Let's cancel Patrick. You can't cancel the number one Daytrading channel. Don't try it. Just quit while you're ahead, people. We ain't going nowhere. The best will always rise to the top. The top. You know, we always going to rise to the top. Always. Always. And that again, I want to make something very clear. I'm not a registered Republican. I'm not. I'm a libertarian. I believe that there should be as little amount of government oversight as possible. There's way too much government oversight at this point. When America was founded, there was never supposed to be income tax. There was never supposed to be a federal government that printed money like it was I don't even know what at this point. When you print $6 trillion, people don't even understand how much $1 trillion is. The overall U.S. economy, the money that the government makes from taxes can't even cover that debt. Every year we're running more into debt because we don't make enough money as a government. So there's obviously a major issue here, right? Something's not right. We need a candidate like me, like myself, put me in there. Put me in there as the president. I'm going to change everything, top to bottom. We're changing everything. We're going to make America great again. All right? And again, it's not even that I think Trump is the best candidate. The problem is there is nobody who's good is going to stand up there and actually want to be president. They just don't want to do it. It's just you'd have to be a maniac. You'd have to be someone like me. You'd have to be someone like me. Yeah, you take away everything, man. Take away healthcare. Fuck, everybody just put everybody back on survival of the fittest. If you got health problems, I'm sorry, that's life. Not everyone's going to live forever, Not everyone's going to live till they're 100 years old. That's just the way the world works, That's just the way the world works. I'm not gonna give out my full running speech just yet. But I've got a very simple fix to everything, man. You just do a flat tax across the board. 20% across the board. Just 20% income tax, no more write-offs, no more bullshit, just 20%. You're done. It's over. It's easy. It's easy peasy, mac and cheesy, right? This is what we do. For the borders, you want to know what we do for the borders? At every single border crossing, we put a little kiosk, right? We put a little kiosk. Someone wants to come to America. They want to come work in America. You say, come on in. But listen, here's your social security number. You're going to start paying taxes. You're going to start paying all this stuff. Welcome to America. That's the, if you want to come to America, come to the kiosk, sign up for Patrick Whelan's America, get your social security number, start paying taxes, start contributing to the USA, and you can become a citizen today. It's that simple, right? You don't want to contribute, then just go back to your hellhole that you came from. You don't like America, then just go back to the hellhole you came from. It's that simple, right? It's that simple. And the homeless. I'm going to start giving all the homeless a bucket, right? I'm going to give the homeless a bucket. And here's the rule. The homeless, if they can fill that bucket up with trash every day, if they fill that bucket up with trash and they bring that bucket back to me, I'm going to give them $30. And that should support them for their food. But if they're high on crack or any types of drugs, we're sending them over to another island and let them live on that island and let them get clean, you know? Most illegal immigrants don't pay taxes. Come on, let's be honest. Let's be honest. I live in Miami, right? I live in Miami. I know that illegal immigrants aren't paying the most taxes. NKLA trying to get back up here. The market's trying to get green again. We're trying to get going. The SPY finding that support there at that 334 area, pushing up there at 336 right now. We trying to go. We trying to get going back up here. I'll give it a little bit of time. I don't want to get too excited just yet. VVPR bouncing around here from the 13s up there to the 1370, but then it's pulling back and not getting going there. And don't use what? Illegal immigrants paid tax. Don't use. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? So what if you're born in America and you don't like America? I mean, no one's stopping you. No one's telling you got to stay. You know, everyone's like, oh, Trump's not my president. I don't believe in this. Oh, hey, there's a plane. There's an airport, right? And you can go to that airport. You can get on a plane. You can fly to whatever little place you want to go. But I'm telling you, I've been everywhere in the world, and there's nowhere better. There's nowhere better. There's nowhere better than America. America. Yeah. So we got futures rallying back. You're kind of just looking to see if we can break out of this kind of overall downward trend. I don't want to buy this little squeeze back up just yet. Kind of wait for this to kind of break out. Let me see if we can get pushed back up like the 380 area on futures. And looking for a pop. What you don't understand is bring me your tired and poor. I just said that I'm all about having people come to America and getting to work. I think I said that. Did I not say that? What are you talking about? I mean, what? I literally just said we put little kiosk at every border, right? We put little kiosks there and we let them get to work. Let them get to work, boys. Hey, there we go. If you're not proud to be an American, then you know what? My great grandpappy, you know, his sacrifice. He didn't die in World War II, but he definitely was over there in D-Day, risking his life with a lot of his friends. You know, those guys, those men and women that have risked their lives for this country, for the absolute idea of freedom and giving people freedom from the tyranny in the world. You don't want those lives to go unappreciated. Most of our doctors are from different countries, though. That's the issue. That's the issue, my friends. In America, we take the best of the best, right? We take all the best people from all the other countries. They come to America, they go to college, they stay in America, they become doctors, they do all these things, and guess what? The country that they came from now no longer has that person who would have been a doctor. So that's the issue. Like the more people that we bring into the country, we bring the smartest and the most most capable people from these countries, these poor third world countries. They come to America, they get a job, they go to college, and what are we doing? We're taking the smartest people from those countries. And now you're just taking the best of the best. So it's like we're hurting the overall world. The USA, our immigration policy is hurting the overall world because we're taking the best of the best from all these smaller countries, all these countries that really need help. And we can't keep doing that. We just cannot keep doing that. If we ever want the world to succeed, we can't keep taking all the best people from all the smallest countries. You know, you can't do it that way. Why are we talking politics? We're not talking politics. We're talking action, baby. I'm trading. I'm talking about it all. Tesla back up to the 350 area. Keeping an eye on the scanner right now. See if anything getting too hot right now. Got a couple stocks move around with low volume. This stock here, RDHL, it's just kind of looking real bull, real boring. I should start a talk show. Wait, I thought this was my talk show. I'm still waiting for CNBC to call me any day now, baby. Any day now. CRBP down there at the $2 area. Just not getting a bounce at all. Oh, man. You said people come here and work. They're good. No, I'm just saying we can't. Our immigration policy, like the way that our immigration policy works, like accepting, people that are only like the smartest and brightest and greatest people from all these like smaller countries, we can't keep doing that. We can't keep having them come to America and never go back to their countries. They can come here, go to college, but they got to get back. Like if you come from a third world country that needs doctors and you come to America and become a doctor, like what, who's really hurting who at that point? We're not helping anyone. You can't keep taking all these people from all these other countries, bringing them to America, and then just having that country sacrifice, having that country, pay the price, I guess. Look at NKLA, back up to the 49s now. It's up 34% on the day with GM. No, Greg. That's what I want to make. I want to make something clear about this YouTube channel. I don't make this YouTube channel to make people happy, right? I don't make videos on YouTube to make everyone happy, because you just can't do that. You can't live your life in the middle of the world and just have no opinion on anything. I have opinions. I got things that I want to share. Not everyone's going to agree with that. You don't like it, it's totally fine. Luckily for you, there's other YouTube channels out there. There's other YouTube channels out there. Nobody's going to be mad at you going somewhere else. Like, I love when people, like, they comment, like, I'm going to unsubscribe because all you talk about is, you're a Trump supporter. I'm like, I don't care. I just don't care at this point. So if you come from a third world country, you think you would go back, Patrick? I mean, you got to go back. We got to make them go back, because it's just like you can't. The problem is the poorest countries in the world, right? The poorest countries in the world are having the most babies. They're having the most kids. Their populations are exploding. And all we're doing is just taking the top of the top from that country, and they're just having more and more issues. So like we got to figure something out here. We got to fix the issue. And us taking all the immigrants, America couldn't take every immigrant. You just can't do it. Like, there's too many immigrants. The world has to support itself. That's literally what it comes down to. The world has to be able to support itself. America can't support everyone. Right? I'm having the most crazy trading day. What's going on, Ryan? What's the crazy day? No, we don't want the best and the brightest. We just want hard-working people. Let's be honest. We don't want the best and the brightest to come to America. We want people who just want to work hard. Man, nothing is, small cap market is dead right now. Just completely dead. Completely dead. Did I know that illegals get Social Security if they can't speak English because it's considered a disability? Probably. Pretty much no one in English. No one in English. No one in Miami speaks English anymore. It's great, and I'm totally fine. You know, I don't get mad about it. Like, people get mad that people speak Spanish in America. Like, I don't really care what language you speak. Honestly, do whatever you're gonna do. You know, do whatever you want to do. NKLA, I'm thinking this thing wants to squeeze. You know, a little squeeze. Do I do private lives? No private lives. Do I think there's an enormous gap between the poor and middle class? Do I think if you're poor you can't become middle class? No. That's the thing. Like, my dad owns a construction company. My dad, he'll pay anyone who's willing to work, starting salary, $18 an hour. $18 an hour. You don't even have to show up to work with a car. You know what I mean? You can be dirt poor, ride your bicycle to work every day, and you can get a job working construction making $18 an hour. So don't tell me that, there's too much of an inequality between the poor and the middle class. That's the biggest bullshit there ever is. If you can get a job working making $18 an hour with no experience, nothing, bringing no tools, literally nothing, I don't want to hear it. You know? Not everyone is like your dad. No, but there is, though. That's the thing. There's people all around America that will hire you right now to get to work, you know? But people don't want to work hard. That's the thing. People don't want to work. People want to be given everything, you know? People just, there's no jobs. I went to college and I got a degree for art, and now I can't get a job. And it's like, well, you're the idiot who went to college to get a job in art. Don't come at me, you know? Don't come at me. Don't come over here and tell me that you went to college and got a degree in art and now you can't find a job. That ain't my issue. That ain't my problem. I never told you to go to college to get a job and to get a degree in art. Mm-hmm. 9-to-5 jobs aren't going to get you to the upper class. I mean, that's the thing, though. Like, there's no, just because you're born in America, just because you're born in general, just because your mom, had a baby, there's no guarantees in life. There's no guarantee that you should have, a big house and a big car and a boat. There was no promise. The U.S. Constitution was not like, hey, everybody who's born in America deserves a mansion. That's not what it ever was. The idea is everyone has opportunities. Not everyone's going to be a billionaire. That's the thing. Not everyone's going to be a YouTuber. Not everyone's going to be, someone's got to work at McDonald's. Someone's got to work at Dunkin' Donuts. And that's totally fine. And, some people can be totally happy with that. And then some people, maybe they want to start their own business. But you have the opportunities to do that if you want that. Apple bouncing back up here. Like I said earlier, I thought we might get this bounce today. Yeah, look at David. David's getting $28 an hour working carpentry with no experience. I mean, honestly, that's I might go work carpentry for $28 an hour. That could be kind of fun. I do enjoy cutting it up, Hey, troubleshooters. Man, timeout, boy. Get in timeout, boy. My thoughts on Bitcoin long term. My thoughts on Bitcoin are very clear. I've made the videos about it. I think Bitcoin long term is gonna be gonna be a big player. We got to ask ourselves, You just can't keep printing money, man. You just can't keep printing and printing and printing money forever. LUB going to the moon right now. 210. Hell, Caesar's making $33 an hour. Man, David, I'm coming $42 for overtime. Let's go. Let's go. Let's talk about Givo. What's up with Givo today? I saw Givo's getting closer and closer, man. Givo's getting closer and closer to getting under $1. Any day now, it's going back under $1. Any day now, any day. It's gonna get there. I know it. It's coming. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be great. I can't wait. I got a friend. He works for American Airlines, and he's a baggage handler. And get this, he unloads two planes per shift. He works 8 hours. So that's 4 hours per plane. And basically it takes him, he said it takes like an hour to unload the plane. So the rest of the time he's literally just sleeping, he says. And I think he makes almost like $40 an hour as a baggage handler for American Airlines. He gets full benefits and everything. So like, just don't give me, don't give me crap. There's not opportunity out there. Like, it's wild. Bassam, immigrant from Iraq. Now he's studying hard, working hard, and paying tax. Welcome to America, baby. The greatest country on the planet Earth. Not everyone has access to those opportunities. No, that's bull. I mean, listen. Like, I hate this whole like idea that not everyone has access to opportunities. Listen, if you live somewhere where there's no opportunities, then you got to make a move, right? You just got to make a move. You got to look for opportunities and make a move. That's all it comes down to. You just gotta get to that next point. You can't sit around and be upset and mad and blame somebody else for no opportunities. You gotta move forward. Tesla back up above 360. This didn't think we could. I mean, we were down. Tesla was down like 17-18% at the lows, and we expecting some type of bounce here, some bouncing. My grandma raised my dad, my uncle, and her husband basically. Working full-time, cooking, cleaning, doing it all, She did it all. She never asked anyone for help. MICT. What we got? I'm trying to look for anything. LUB. I don't even want to talk about LUB. It's still going up there at 220 now. This stock, it's just kind of a grinder. Workhorse is moving like a workhorse. Yeah, it's not really going. It's not really going here. Damn. GV coming in hot. With the Star Trek philosophy. Maybe I'll run under the Star Trek philosophy. That might be nice. Baron, my mom came here 7.5 months pregnant with me from Yugoslavia. Didn't speak any English. Now she has a $300,000 house, a 401k, and she leads a team in the Ford plant. She busted her ass working 3 jobs. There we go. Another success story. I've never heard any stories about anyone ever talking about how they came to America, they worked hard, and they didn't become successful. You don't hear those stories. Just not a thing. I made $180 this morning on NKLA, so that's kind of why I'm just sitting back here and not too aggressive right now. No real opportunities. We haven't had any setups. The small cap market just has not had any setups. I wouldn't have traded LUB either way. I didn't like those the action. You know, I just don't see the risk to reward when you're getting these little tiny moves. You know, these little 5-6 cent moves, 5-6 cent moves. It's just not conducive to my type of strategy. And like I said earlier, I'm not just gonna place a trade just to place a trade. I like you guys, but I don't like you that much. I like it. Look at this. ALBO this morning. I forgot who it was. Someone talked about ALBO getting back down to the $40 area, and at open going from 48 down there to 41 now. So that's pretty on point. I think who called that out? Someone called it out. That move there. Wow. Tesla out there at 365. Market bouncing back here, trying to get a bounce going. You can see the SPY now still kind of just battling the micro E-minis right here. The ES still kind of battling this overall downward trend. So I'm kind of just waiting to see if we can get some good consolidation. It's about 10:18 in the morning right now, and definitely just kind of waiting. I like to see some consolidation for a little bit. Let me get this 365 area to consolidate. Maybe 360 area kind of consolidate, and then I think end of the day, if that kind of holds, we might get a little rip from there. But right now, it's kind of just like in that fine area of that battle. The market could easily turn back down at that point. So I don't want to get too excited, you know. We don't want to get too excited just yet. So we just kind of sit back here, wait for opportunities. Like I said, the small cap market's been dead because the large cap markets has so many big opportunities. Like Apple, you know, from 114 up there to 118. Tesla bouncing from 335 up there at 365. There's just been a lot better. I don't want to say better opportunities, but all the volume and all the action is currently in the large cap space right now. So that's kind of why the small caps are just lagging right now. LUB again. This stock this morning coming out with news that they're going to dissolve they're dissolving the company. So the company is basically saying they're going out of business. They're going to start selling off assets, and the stock's up 104%. So you got to love it. You got to love it, man. You got to love it. NKLA over $50. Looking for, do you think we're going to break out there? Let's look at this thing. She's looking like it. Maybe get a pullback before getting that push through 50 here, just to be a little safer. But she might just want to go through. Let's see. It should happen like right. If that breakthrough 50 is gonna happen, it's gotta kind of happen. Gotta kind of happen like right. I'd say like now, like in this candle here. Let's see. See, like this candle just needs to squeeze. Got to get a big boner candle going there. And it just didn't go. So I'm thinking NKLA going to get a pullback here. Man. Hey, when you're good, you're good. You know what I mean? When you're good, you're good. Like I said, NKLA needed to push through 50 on that candle right there. And there she goes, pulling back to 48.50. Just couldn't get going. We need a big boner candle to get through 50 there. Nice little bounce back on this 1 minute candle. This could get going here. This could be the push. Look at that. Look at the wick on the bottom of that 1 minute candle. That's impressive. That's impressive, baby. Still, it's just like it's got to go here. The bulls got to show the bears that they can get going through here. Got to get through that. Got to get through that. Is it going to go? Is it going to go? Is it going to go? Oh. I wanted to pew, 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 pew. baby. Look at that. Look at that action on this thing right now. It's got to go. Like, this candle needs to squeeze through 50 or it's in trouble here. She's in trouble if she can't squeeze 50. Got 3 or 4 seconds left here. She got to go. Like, right now, it's got to go. It can't sit here for too long. It's going to get murdered. Oh, man. Look at the seller just sitting there at 50 right now, just holding this down. Big wall. Just seller. Boom! There she goes. The high on that candle, 40 cent move there off that break off 50 there. That's what we're talking about. 40, 50. 50, 40 on that high. So the pre-market high today on NKLA was 45. I mean, why do I keep saying 45? 54.37. Beautiful little squeeze back up there. That's always a good sign, you know? It's always a great sign, seeing that big old wick there. If you guys, I'm pretty sure everyone can see that, right? That big wick there on the bottom of that candle. Look at the range. Look at that wick. That wicky wick. Wicky wick wick. Oh! Ooh. Are they trapping? Are they trapping the bulls? That big wall is coming back and trying to dump again. She's trying to dump again here. Workhorse. Really moving. It's up 9.7%. I don't know about, is that really working? Is that moving? I'd hate to see what you said when a stock was really moving. Wandering. Wandering, I would hate to see what you thought about when a stock was really moving. You'd have your mind blown. I can't believe, man. I'm really impressed that ALBO just sold off that much. I guess I shouldn't be that impressed, but from a high of the 49 on that 1 minute candle there at open down there to 41, so just getting murdered. Small cap market just totally dead. Just completely dead. Small cap market's done. Dead. It's over. Might as well just give up. Quit trading. It's so difficult to I don't know, I feel like it's difficult to retrain your brain. Because the large caps and the small caps, it's a different ball game. And to really retrain your brain to be ready for the large caps, I think you gotta just kind of really get your mind right. NKLA up 41% on the day. We got 48 million shares traded, with news this morning that GM coming in hot with a $2 billion stake in the company, going up real quick. Look at Tesla from look at this 1 minute candle. Look at that thing. 361, 365. Wow. That's a breakout if I ever saw one. Look at this thing. Would you just look at it? Just look at it. The SPY's kind of just lagging. The SPY's just not really getting the squeeze that we're looking for here. Like I said, I want to see just a little bit more consolidation here. The SPY is holding that 336 area there on the VWAP right now, so see what happens. It's about 10:30 in the morning here. Yeah, in the problem with NKLA now is just looking a little dangerous, my friends. Looking kind of like those pops those drops, I just, you know, not in love with it. What's going on with Tesla? It's up, it's down, it's all around, baby. Nice little rebound from the 336 area back up there at 368 now. Trying to get going there. I don't know. I think NKLA is losing steam here. Losing steam here. NKLA is Nicola's obviously benefiting from Tesla bouncing back here, but I think overall you got a 40% move in a stock like this. This is a big move in a stock. You know, a big move in a. This is a big move for a stock that's got 135 million shares in the float. You know, you got a $13 billion market cap. Yeah, so that's a massive move for this stock. So don't get too excited here. I'd just be kind of suspect. Oh gosh, we're getting to the point. We're getting to that point. I can't believe it. I've been live streaming for like almost 2 weeks now, and we haven't had like a crazy small cap mover in those 2 week periods since I've been live streaming. I missed out on a couple of moves recently when I wasn't live streaming, but every day that I've been live, we just have not had really anything going crazy. There's a stock here, AUVI. AUVI just got halted on, looks like no news. They got a pricing of a $5 million initial public offering. Wait. Did this thing IPO recently? I'm guessing is this IPO recently? AUVI, a recent IPO, I guess. And halted. Just got halted on 300,000 shares traded. Huh. Interesting. How do I feel about Airbnb's IPO? I would have to say that I think the Airbnb IPO is going to probably be a flop. A flop. I don't know. I feel like Airbnb is hurting right now. They're hurting. What do I think about VISL? I mean, it's not even moving right now. What am I supposed to think about it? What am I supposed to think about this? It's not even moving. Literally, it hasn't even moved. I haven't even had one order go through since I've looked at it. That's what I think about it. Literally, been looking at it for almost a minute now and hasn't had one order go through. That is not a good, oh, we got one order. We got 2 orders going through there. That is not a good stock that I want to be trading. NKLA pulling back 48 now. No shares are short on NKLA. Tesla trying to push 370. And Apple rallying back there. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure why. I'm not really sure why. I don't think there's been an IPO and like in quite some time that the stock has like IPO'd and then went to the moon. I mean, I don't think it's literally just hasn't happened. When's the last IPO where they IPO'd and the price of the stock like a month later was at a higher price? I haven't seen it happen in a while. Like NIO, they did that reverse merger back. That was all the way back in 2018. So Beyond Meat, I haven't looked at Beyond in a while either. Yeah, Beyond Meat had some insane hype But you can see the day they IPO'd, opened at 45, went to 72, had a high all the way up there at $222 back there in 2019, and then crashed back down. I don't know. I'm trying to look and see what happens with this AUVI stock. I'm not sure why they decided to halt it. I guess because they had that one. They halted on 52,000 shares traded. It's gonna reopen here in about 1 minute. Do 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 do. Hey, I know what you're talking about. What are you talking about, man? Talking about, man. Oh, they're halted on news or they're halted on volatility? Is it news or volatility? AUVI. No, it's halted on volatility. Come on now. There's no news on it, though. Look at that drop. Ouch. From 7, dropped down there to 670 after reopening off that halt. Ooh. Ooh. Volume on this thing is scary right now. Volume's still not even 1 million shares traded here. It's got to be real careful with these types of plays. Got a high so far, 735 here on AUVI. Volume is just scary low right now. As much as I want to buy this $7 dip, just don't like the volume on this thing. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. AUVI. It's kind of just bounced around the $7 area right now. I keep getting buyers at 690. Got another stock halted. Now we got buyers at 7. Oh, man. Still, volume just not hot right now. I don't know if people just haven't seen it yet or what. Look at that. Like, we get a pop, we get a drop. We get a pop, get a drop. The spread, got a 20-cent spread right now. Can't believe the volume is not coming up on this thing. Like, it's just not getting any volume coming here. I mean, these candles are 80,000, 63,000. I don't know if they... I think I try to, like, push it up to get it halted one more time, and then... Fuck, ugh. Now I just feel like I'd be chasing it at this point. Definitely feel like just a chase up there. Look at, still got a 20-cent spread on this thing, or a 10-cent spread. Got a high so far, 766. Just a tricky one, man. What's the float on this thing? What's the float? The fuck? Where's the thing at? AUVI has a 1 million share float, so it's got a small float. What do I think about today's market? Well, I mean, it went up, it went down, it bouncing up and down and all around today. A lot of good opportunities for the large caps, especially for options today. If you were buying options, trading options, probably some insane moves in the options market. Kind of just some in and out scalping on options. Yeah, I just don't. So I wouldn't. The problem too is like if we buy the dip here, 720 area. It's just like that volume, man. We still haven't even got a million shares traded yet. Just not looking hot. I don't know. I don't like it. I'm not chasing it, that's for sure. Look at that big buyer there at 721 just popped up, though. Trying to find some support. Maybe over 740 here. This thing makes a new push to high of day. Let's see. Over 740. Still, I just can't trade it. The volume, man. The volume's just too low. There's that buyer, again, at 721. Let's see if he actually holds it up there. That's the VWAP. Tesla got $70 profit without a brokerage. You traded it without a brokerage. You went down to the exchange and did it by hand. What do you mean without a brokerage? Yeah. AUVI, look at this. There's just no volume coming in, and this is not what we want to be trading. As much as it's like, oh, it went from $7 to $7.66, you know, it's still just not showing us that there's enough people to support this dip here. So maybe it squeezes up there one more time, maybe, but I think the risk to reward is just not there for us. And as pointed out, the high 766. You can see the volume normally on this stock is just very low. Even on the IPO day, it was only 7 million shares traded on the IPO day. The next day, you got 1 million shares. After that, you got 560 million shares, 400, and yeah, I mean the volume just hasn't really picked up at all there. Let's see. Over 740 here. Can she push? I can't believe this thing hasn't had 1 million shares even traded yet. Normally when we get a stock halted, you get, one couple big spikes in volume after that halt because everyone gets alerted of the halt. But I'm not sure. Maybe if everyone's just not trading the small caps right now, what the story is there. Got this stock here, MICT, just kind of grinding its way higher up there to the $6 area now. NKLA just having trouble with that $50 seller. there's been a big seller sitting there at the $50 area just holding it down. So not going there. What did I just look at? Oh, VI. Ugh. If you're just now tuning in, do me a big favor, hit that like button. Let's go. Come on. We got to get at least 200 likes on this video. I mean, it's free. All you got to do is hit the like button. Help me out, you know. I know I hate to be that guy. I hate to beg for likes, but if you don't like the video, then YouTube thinks that you don't like the stream, and then YouTube doesn't like me, and then YouTube doesn't show. It's bad, you know. Just YouTube, man. They're like YouTube's like I don't want to call them Nazis, but they don't support people who don't like, you know, they don't think the same way. I'm pretty sure YouTube's far left at this point. They're the YouTube is on the far left side. They don't like me anymore. I gotta go to the conservative platform. Where's the conservative platform at? Alex, one of my first subscribers. I'm hoping that I haven't let you down, man. I'm hoping that I didn't let you down. I'm hoping you're still loving it, you know? AUVI, I'm not even going to worry about this one. I think it's done. No point in even focusing on it. We got about 15 more minutes here till 11, and I think it's kind of just might take my little easy trades this morning. I had some trades on NKLA this morning. You can see if you look on the 5-minute chart. I can't believe my last dip buy on NKLA was there at the $46 area. Sold for a 30-cent pop, and it squeezed up another, I don't even know, $6, $7 from there. So insane move there this morning. I think that was kind of the big move of the day to capitalize on, and now we're just gonna get some chopping. Gonna get some chopping, man. Some chopping. Keeping an eye on the scanner, if there's anything popping up. MICT just kind of doing something here, but just isn't really looking too hot right now. Again, volume's just kind of light on these candles. 10,000, 14,000, 11,000, 3,000 shares traded. Not looking too hot. I traded NKLA this morning. What was it? 7. The news came out at 7:30. I got in here. That first trade I got in at what time was it? 7:45. So right after the news came out, before the live stream. Made $180. AUVI, like I said, that volume, scary volume. This is what happens. This is a good lesson for everybody out there. Good lesson. This is a really, really good lesson for everyone who is out there watching right now. AUVI, perfect example of what happens when there's no volume on the stock. Stock squeezes up, and it's easy to crash back down because there's nobody trying to buy the dip. Nobody trying to, look for that opportunity because the volume's just not there. The action's not there. And you get a drop from the 750s down here to the 650s. So there you go. Good lesson to learn. Good lesson to learn there, my friends. Good lesson for me to learn as well. I gotta learn that lesson as well. I gotta always stick to my rules. That volume, it's gotta be very, very strict. I'm looking for I want to see millions of shares traded on these 1-minute candles. I'm looking for 300, 400, 500,000 shares traded, especially coming out of that halt. I want to see like 1 million shares traded coming out of that halt. I want a reason. Like I want people to be fighting. I want people dying to get in on a stock. You know, I don't want to be like, oh, look at this kind of chop. You know, I want some serious action, serious volume. When that volume is light like that, I just don't get excited. I don't get excited, you know? Volume starting to die out really on the overall market right now. Everybody's, I think, kind of sitting there waiting to see what happens. The SPY pulling back again. SQQ might be an opportunity later on. We'll keep an eye on that SQQ if you're looking to maybe get short on the overall markets. I mean, what's a good volume for me? I'm just looking for, I want to see 200, 300, 400. I want to see a lot. You know, I want to see volume, my friends. I want to see volume, volume, volume. Like this candle here has got 100,000 shares traded. The thing is that when there's light volume like that, it's easy for these candles to kind of just retrace. So you can see like this thing breaks out where, if you're looking at this, like if you want to draw lines on here and stuff, just so you guys, I mean, I would have already seen this kind of breakout there, but you got like ding, 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 you get this breakout, and you can see how this next candle basically retraced that entire move. So when that volume's light like that, it's easy to kind of get these moves and then just easily crash it back. I guess I should say, it's easy to give up those gains. When those stocks squeeze up and there's not a lot of volume, there's not a lot of action, it's easy for it to get dumped back down because you don't have people just trying to buy that dip and push it back up. So that's always something to be thinking about. In the back of my head, I'm always thinking about where that volume is. I want to see that volume. Businessman Magdi, I'm not going to say the broker name that I use because why promote them? I don't have any reason to promote them. You can figure it out. It's pretty easy to figure out. I use DOS Trader, and you can figure out the broker pretty easily. But I'm just not going to. I got no reason to promote them. Sorry. CODX this morning up 18% from the 850 area. Just kind of grinding. It's kind of grinding, man. Kind of grinding up there. 990 area. Interesting. These stocks are hard. Like CODX is a hard one because it's okay, cool. It's grinding, grinding. You know, it looks in hindsight, it's like, oh wow, it went from 840 to 990. But it's like, are you gonna sit here for every little penny all the way up, sitting there waiting for that push? I don't know. I guess if you had the right game plan there, but I just don't. It's not how I trade. Man, ALBO below 40 now. Someone crushed the short. I cannot believe this thing got that. I should have pulled the trigger on it. So, what we got? Where we at? We're dwindling out here. We got the last few stragglers. 330 people watching currently, and getting ready to maybe call up some Chipotle. I think it's time for some Chipotle. How's Chipotle stock doing? Good old Chipotle. Look at that. Chipotle's green on the day. You gotta love it. You gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. Chipotle. It's crazy because if you look at these daily candles on Chipotle, like the range, like just you don't have the same range that you have on a lot of the other stocks, but it just grinds, man. It's just grinding and grinding and grinding. Crazy. It's crazy. Keep an eye out for my 2028 campaign ads. Yeah. I gotta figure out if I gotta. The thing is, if I was gonna run for president, I couldn't run as a libertarian. I'd have to run as a Republican. So I got to convince the Republicans that I'm their best chance. Maybe I'll run as a Democrat. And I'll just change the Democratic Party. You know, I'll just rework it. Hey, I think the homeless person, give them a bucket to pick up trash every day. I think that would be in Mexico. You know what's crazy? In Mexico, they have stuff like that. They have work programs where they basically, you'll see people just walking down the road picking up rocks. They pick up rocks on the side of the road and they get paid for it. And that's just, you know, if you want to be poor, you want to be a homeless person, okay, cool. Here's a bucket. Get to work, you know? Get to work. Get to work, people. No gators in Minnesota. Yeah, a little cold up there. No, not 2020. I can't run for president in 2020. You know, this election's already over. I'm not even gonna try to. I wouldn't even put my name out there. 2028. That's a better point. AUVI news. Yeah, we already talked about AUVI. Old news, man, Tommy. Old news. All right, so I'm gonna get out of here. I think it's we've covered everything, right? We're top to bottom. We had some opportunities today. Tesla, Nicola, Apple, across the board. Like I said, keep an eye on SQQ. I think if the SQQ gets back above 26, obviously that means the overall market's continuing to sell. But right now, you can see Tesla pulled back to the VWAP, that 355 area. It just depends to see kind of what goes on the rest of the day here. So, you should start day trading. You should start day drinking while day trading. I'm not sure I'm ready to start. Can you imagine me drunk on YouTube? If I'm already this opinionated and I talk about everything when I'm not drunk, I'm not sure that the world's ready for my opinions when I am drunk. That could be really, really bad. What do I think about Tesla stock long term? Thinking Tesla stock, a good place to buy Tesla in the future is going to be anywhere down in this area. Down here. I'd like to get Tesla down in the $100 area. That's the way I'm looking at it. I don't know. I'd rather not buy Tesla than to buy Tesla just because it's getting hyped. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. As an investors, we're looking for the best place, the best opportunity to put our money. Where is the best place, the best return, the risk to reward? Where is the best risk to reward, best place to put our money? I don't care about what stock it is, what hype it is. I just want to figure out where that best opportunity is. And too many people get caught up. You know, they get caught up in the hype, and they end up, which is amazing because everybody got caught up in Tesla because Tesla went up 400% this year or whatever. Everybody all these people trying to buy the hype and all that. But you look at a stock like Overstock. You look at Overstock. Back in March, Overstock was $2.95. $2.95 in March, and it went all the way up there to 130. So from a investment standpoint, buying Overstock in March was a much better return than buying Tesla, which was overhyped. Everybody was, it's just nonstop hype. Where Overstock, it really just had no, it obviously had hype on it, but it just was nowhere near what Tesla did. I don't remember anyone. I was looking at the top stocks that were bought on Robinhood, during the crash and all that, and Overstock was never mentioned on there. So there we go. That's what I'm looking. We're looking for opportunities to put our money to work. We're not looking just to buy a stock and just because it's the cool thing to buy, the cool thing to buy. CRBP getting hammered down there below $2 today, trying to bounce back, a little dead cat bounce. It's down 75%. Look at this drop today from $10 down there below $2 and bouncing up. Yeah, I'm talking about Overstock. What are you talking about? I said Overstock was the better opportunity. You must be 35 years old to be president. Yes. That's why I can't run until I'm 2028. I'm 32 now. Got 3 years to go, baby. 3 years. Do I need to become like a senator before I become president? Or do you think I can just run for president? I don't know. I got to figure that out. I got to consult. I need to consult a strategist. I need to find the right person to talk to. Here. Trump wasn't a senator. Oh, that's true. But Trump's name, Trump's been grooming his name since day one. Everybody kind of knew who Trump was before he ran for president. I gotta get a TV show going. Maybe if I can get a TV show on, I'll get a TV show on to CNBC. I could really kind of help my presidency. Run Miami, Patrick. MICT up there to 640, pulling back now to the 570 area. That low volume just looking weak and selling off. And AUVI, I wouldn't touch this one with a 10-foot pull. You know, I wouldn't touch this one with the 10-foot pole. Don't go waterfalls. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Nvidia, trying to push back up to 500. All these stocks really rebounding. We talked about it earlier today. When you have those big sell-offs, pre-market, and the market's kind of just bleeding out, pre-market, a lot of times when the market opens, we finally get that bounce, and then we kind of recover. And today is a pretty good example of that. You can see Apple bouncing back. The lows pre-market on Apple were the 114 area. Right there at open, that first 1 minute candle kind of bouncing, just getting that wash through there, but just getting back up there. And then you can see how that 114 area turned into support there on Apple after that, and it's trying to bounce back up there. So no, it's all about getting the votes. I know if it wasn't about me being a senator or not, it's about I got to get my name out there, man. I got to get the name out there on the ballot. All right. So if you guys haven't already, do one big favor, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, all the buttons down below. I'll talk to you later on. I got things to do, people to see, places to be. All right. Y'all have a good day. Like I said, don't do anything that I wouldn't do. Don't buy any stock just because it's getting hyped up and just because you think it's going to go to the moon. Sometimes it's just better to sit there with your hands under your butt. Put your hands under your butt.